Keek on the mic, keek on the mic, keek on the mic, keek on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. In Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you also follow me on every single social media platform to stay connected with Keek on the Mic news. Okay, Bears fans, I have an exciting topic today here on Keek on the Mic. As we all know by now, the Chicago Bears hold the #1 overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, and we've had a lot of discussions here on the podcast on what the Bears should do with the pick, which we all are in agreement that the Bears should trade down and gain more draft capital. But we've also had a lot of conversations here on the podcast about the value of the #1 overall pick. And it's kind of split 50-50. Some people think that the Bears, there's not a lot of value for the #1 overall pick, while the other half of you agree that there is a whole lot of value for the #1 overall pick. And I think we can all agree it just depends how far the Chicago Bears trade down. If they trade down, for example, at number 9 with the Panthers, they're going to get more in terms of draft capital if they were just to move down, for example, to number 2 with the Houston Texans. And I think we can all agree with that. And I've come on here a lot and given you guys some realistic trade partners and trade expectations. And I've also come on here and give you guys some really unrealistic trade packages and values for the #1 overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. But what I wanted to do today, I wanted to react to something that I saw the other day on Twitter, and this comes by via PFF, and also ESPN also posted this as well. But what PFF and ESPN did, they gave us estimated market values from 4 different teams that are possibly looking to trade up to the #1 overall pick, and they just gave us some market values and what they would possibly be offering for the #1 overall pick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each of these packages, and I'm going to personally react to them. And I also want you guys down below in the comment section to react to these different trade packages as well. So here we go. Starting off with the Houston Texans sitting at number 2 overall in the 2023 NFL Draft. Obviously, this is the team that we've been talking about a lot, and this is the obvious trade partner for the Chicago Bears. PFF said that the Houston Texans would give up number 2, number 33, and number 104, which I believe is in the 4th round. So we're looking at a first, their second, which I really like that number 33 overall, and the 104th pick in the NFL Draft, which I believe is in the 4th round. Overall, it's not an absolute haul of picks, but I do really like that the fact that the Bears would be able to trade down and get number 2 and 33, which technically is early in the second, but it's also technically a late first as well. So I would really like that as well. And then obviously adding the extra 4th in this year's draft would be really nice as well. Doesn't mean the Bears have to stay at number 2. There's other options. For example, they can decide to trade back down from 2 and gain more draft capital, or they can be content by adding a 2nd and a 4th rounder in this year's draft and still being able to pick either Jalen Carter or Will Anderson Jr. So overall, I really like this trade package from the Houston Texans. I'm not sure how you guys feel about it. Let me know down in the comment section if you would accept this trade package from the Houston Texans. I understand that by just trading down 1 spot, we're possibly not going to get a next year's first. We probably won't even necessarily get a next year's second. Maybe the Bears can ask for like maybe a next year's 3rd, but I think this would be pretty fair value. Just moving down 1 spot and taking their 2, adding an early 2nd round pick and adding a 4th round pick as well. So overall, I really like this trade package from the Houston Texans. The next team on the list via PFF is the Indianapolis Colts in at number 4. This is another team that I can definitely see the Chicago Bears trading back with. Maybe they trade back with the Houston Texans and then instantly trade back to number 4 with the Colts. Who knows? But this is the next team on the list, and they have the Colts giving us number 4, number 35, number 79 in the 3rd round, and a 2024 1st and 3rd round pick. So moving down 3 spots, this is actually an absolute haul for the Chicago Bears, and I think Ryan Poles would be really intrigued. I'm absolutely intrigued by this offer. Once again, we would get number 4, number 35, so an early second round pick, that would be really valuable. Number 79, a third round pick, that would be really valuable. And then a 2024 first and third round pick. So you're looking at 2 first round picks. You're looking at a second round pick, 2 threes. And to me, that is an absolute haul. I think I would be really intrigued in that package. And like I said, the further you move down, the more lucrative these packages are going to look. I think this would be fair compensation for the Chicago Bears to move down. I know a lot of people may disagree with that. But like I said, this is me just reacting to these different trade packages via PFF. But overall, I think I would be absolutely ecstatic if the Indianapolis Colts offered this, and I would jump on this right away. So let me ask you guys this. Would you guys accept this trade package from the Indianapolis Colts? Let me know down below in the comment section. The third team on the list via PFF is from the Las Vegas Raiders. And once again, this is another team that we've had a lot of conversations about here on the podcast. PFF has the Raiders giving us number 7, number 38 in the second, number 70 in the third round, and a 2024 first and second round pick. So when you look at the Colts and Raiders deals, they're very similar. The only thing different about this deal compared to the Colts deal is that the Raiders will be giving us a second round pick compared to the Colts giving us a third round pick in next year's draft. So that is obviously a little bit more intriguing. So in this deal, you would be netting 2 first round picks, 2 second round picks, and a third round pick. So overall, once again, this is an absolute haul for the Chicago Bears. And once again, the further you move down, the better the deal will be. I truly feel that this is something that Ryan Poles will consider. I think he really wants a next year's first. He wants to add draft capital not only for this year, but for next year. And this Raiders deal is really intriguing because once again, you're able to pick within the top 10. Obviously, when you look at this deal, you're going to be out of reach from guys like Jalen Carter or Will Anderson Jr., but that's okay because you can still pick up a guy like Peter Skoronski. You could pick up maybe a Tyree Wilson and maybe a Miles Murphy. So I don't think the Bears would be too concerned about that. Obviously, it would suck to miss out on a guy like Jalen Carter or Will Anderson Jr., but overall, this is the absolute haul of picks, not only for this year, but for next year as well. So I think Ryan Poles would definitely consider this deal with the Las Vegas Raiders. Let me ask you guys this, Bears fans. Would you accept this deal from the Las Vegas Raiders? Let me know down below in the comment section. The last team on this list via PFF is from the Carolina Panthers. And there's a lot of Bears fans that would love to trade down with the Colts at number 4 and then trade down with the Panthers to number 9. But there's also a lot of Bears fans that would just straight out trade down with the Panthers right out the gate. So trading down from 1 to number 9. And I truly feel that this would give us an absolute haul of picks, especially trading down 8 spots with the Carolina Panthers. But in this scenario, PFF has the Panthers giving us number 9, number 61 in the second round, and a 2024 first round pick and a 2025 first round pick. So in this scenario, the Panthers will be giving us 3 first round picks and a second round pick in 2023. Bears fans, I think when we think about it, I think this would be the best case scenario. To get first round picks for the next couple of drafts would be absolutely vital to the team's success and being able to rebuild, being able to build through the NFL draft like Ryan Poles wants to. Another thing to consider is if you trade back like this and you get a haul like this, meaning you get first round picks for the next couple of drafts, you can use those first round picks, maybe one of those first round picks to go get your receiver like T. Higgins, right? For example, I'm just throwing that out there. But I really like this scenario because once again, you're trading down to number 9. You're going to be still picking within the top 10. Yes, you're going to miss out on Will Anderson Jr. or Jalen Carter. But once again, you trade down to number 9. I guarantee that Peter Skoronski is still going to be there. Tyree Wilson may still be there. Miles Murphy still may be there. Brian Breesy will probably be there from Clemson. So there's still going to be some very intriguing options at number 9. And you net a 2024 first round pick and a 2025 first round pick. And you still get number 9 and number 61 in this year's draft. Oh, yeah, this is an absolute haul. And I think Ryan Poles would definitely listen. I'm not sure if he would want more fluff. I know that the Carolina Panthers have 2 second-round picks. So I'm not sure if he would try to push for that extra second-round pick. I'm not sure. But if they're willing to give us a 2024 first-round pick and a 25 first-round pick for the next couple NFL drafts, I think Ryan Poles would be all over this, and I think I would definitely consider it as well. So Bears fans, would you accept this trade from the Carolina Panthers? Let me know down below in the comment section. So these are the 4 trade packages that PFF gave estimated market values on, teams that they think that will be really interested in trading up for the number 1 overall pick. And I definitely agree with the list. These are all teams that we have discussed on the podcast before. So it wouldn't surprise me if one of these teams would trade up. If I had to choose one team to trade down with, I really like the idea of the Texans or Colts, because once again, I really want to come out of this draft with either Jalen Carter or Will Anderson Jr. But like I just mentioned earlier in the podcast, I wouldn't be mad trading back with the Carolina Panthers and netting 3 first-round picks. I feel like that's just the obvious scenario. I think the Carolina Panthers will be pushing hard for that number 1 overall pick. And I think if they offer 3 first-round picks, I think that Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears would heavily consider that. So Bears fans, let me ask you guys this one more time. Out of the 4 teams I listed in this video, which team would you like to trade back with the most? The Texans, the Colts, the Raiders, or the Panthers? Let me know down below in the comment section. We're getting ever closer to the 2023 NFL draft, and I'm getting super excited by the fact that eventually this number 1 overall pick will possibly be traded. And I'm excited to see what we officially get by trading back and trading away the number 1 overall pick. Before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. And make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, back for all new Bears podcasts right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic.